My name is Eirikur Bragason. I'm the CEO of Green Energy Europe. I would like to share with you some of our experiences and compare two countries. One is Hungary, where it's very attractive for us to work, and another one is Serbia, where we still have some challenges and we have some suggestions on how this can be made more attractive. It's very easy for me to talk about our core business, geothermal energy. I come from Iceland, where almost 100% of the houses are heated with geothermal energy. This has had an enormous boost on our economy and the quality of living. The city of Reykjavik is one of the cleanest in the world. The people are healthy. The life expectancy for men is the second longest in the world. This has also had an enormous economical impact. Earlier Iceland did have to pay a lot for transporting oil and coal to Iceland. That is not needed anymore. And the district heating companies are mainly owned by the municipalities, low profit companies, and therefore the heating cost per household in Iceland is the lowest in Europe, although we have to heat the most. I was earlier working for Reykjavik Energy, the utility company in Iceland, and I know that the oldest geothermal well was drilled in 1921. It is still in operation. It was paid back in 5 years, so it has almost been working now for 95 years without or with very limited cost. The energy company is sending invoices every month, although the cost for operating the well are almost zero. But I would like to tell you a little bit about Arctic Green Energy, and by the way, the coffee break was supposed to be 11, so I will speed it up. I will talk very briefly about geothermal in Europe, tell you a role story from Hungary, tell you about opportunities in Serbia, and then some suggestions on how we can proceed. So Arctic Green Energy was founded in 2010 as an Icelandic ownership, Icelandic management team, and is based on Icelandic technology. One of our largest projects is a joint venture with state-owned company in China, Sinopec, and we have developed together built up 508 heating plants. Plant number 508 will go into operation in December. We have more than 700 employees, and we are heating approximately 750 cities. We have many patents that we are using for our operation. This is the old version of my presentation, but anyway, I will continue. So we have saved the environment 7.5 billion tons of CO2, because for every heating plant we take into operation, some coal heating plant or oil heating plant can be closed. Our management has a very broad experience. We have experience from building up the largest geothermal power plant in the world, the second largest power project in Asia, and the first combined heat and power plant in Central East Europe. And now I'll talk about the challenges in Europe. And as was clearly discussed yesterday, then approximately 50% of the energy demands for cities are for heating and cooling, And here we have great opportunities to influence this for the better. As you might know, then 7 million people are dying every year due to air pollution. And there are approximately 9 out of 10 children that are grown up in unhealthy air. And this has enormous impact on the quality of living and also cost of the health system. Approximately 25% of the households in Europe are in areas where geothermal energy can be utilized. And this is our main target areas. So we are mainly focusing on areas where we have very attractive regulations. That is in Hungary and Poland and Germany. But we believe that countries like Serbia will soon follow. We have some experiences in working here in Serbia, and we believe that can be easily solved so that this will be an attractive area for us. Arctic Green Energy is mainly working on acquiring projects that are in operation in Europe. Also working on investing in projects that are under construction and in greenfield projects. So in Hungary we have a very attractive geothermal field, that's the Pannomian Basin. That's very easy to develop, and in many cases you only have to drill 1,500 meters deep, and then you come into water that is 80 to 140 degrees. It's a very cheap drilling process, very easy sandstone to drill through, and the feed-in tariffs and the high heating prices are very attractive to us. As you see on the map, then the Pannomian Basin extends down to Serbia in the area of Vojvodina, and that is also a very active geothermal resource. So this is a role story from Hungary. The company kgh-kongres with Icelandic ownership bought 3 wells in the year 2016, existing wells. We noticed that we could use one of the wells for production and the 2 for injection. We installed an ORC unit producing 3 megawatts electrical power, and the outgoing water has a capacity of heating 7 megawatt heating capacity. The project costs were approximately 11 million euros with the purchase of the wells, which is approximately then 4 million euros per installed megawatt, which is quite okay. The project was financed with a non-recourse project financing from the Erste Bank in Hungary. And this is a very profitable project, produces 2 revenue streams, one for power, one for heat. And but it's a specimen. This can be built more or less all over Hungary and the northern part of Serbia. I don't want to go into detail this here, but we have just recently signed an agreement with the district heating company of Budapest, where we intend to build up 5 heating plants, and we are working on that right now. The construction time is approximately 1.5 or 1.5 or 2 years for every heating plant, and this reflects a big investment, of course, but has an enormous impact on the environment. Now I come to Serbia. The northern area of Serbia, the Vojvodina, is a very attractive area. Shows very high temperatures. In some areas we have noticed that we have fluids up to 160, 170 degrees. That's very attractive for producing electricity and also hot water. So if you can do both, you have a very profitable project. There's also a small spot in the south, which is not in the Panamanian Basin, has a totally different geothermal origin. That's the city of Garskabanya, also quite interesting area. We had some drilling ideas on how to develop the area, especially in the north. And now I miss a little bit the slides from the new version. But anyway, there is a big difference between Hungary and Serbia in terms of concession rights. So in Hungary, a private development company like us, we can very easily apply for permits and licenses for drilling. It's a very transparent process. We simply raise our interest to develop this area, and after forwarding the documents, we get the license. In Vojvodina, the concession rights all belong to the oil and gas company in Niš, and that's it. It's not possible for private developers to develop geothermal energy in Vojvodina because the concession rights belong to Niš. So we therefore see two ways forward in Serbia. That is either Niš will develop geothermal energy for the benefit of the Serbian people, or the regulation will be changed. So we at Arte Green, we are very interested to participate in this process. We believe that our returns are not only in money but also in better quality for the people of Europe, and we are looking at many opportunities in Europe. I don't want to keep this much longer, so I think I'm going to end here and open the floor for some quick questions.
So sorry, Mr. Angelino had to leave for a while, but he will come back. If there is any question from the floor, feel free. No question? Then I will just make one. In terms of the local benefits for when you go into one country to build a district heating system, how many people will remain there to work to maintain it? Are they locally trained? And also, the material that you use, is it imported, or are you trying to use local supply chains?
Obviously, all drilling works are tendered out, and the best prices always come from local companies. It's in the origin of geothermal energy that you need very few people to operate it. So it's very few people operating on geothermal energy.
This was
Yes. Patrick Reiters from Solid Austria. The projects you showed were mainly electricity and thermal geothermal systems. So is it also competitive only to look on the thermal side, like the temperature up to 100 degrees Celsius and not producing electricity, or with district heating, or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here in Serbia, the heating prices are very high. It's very attractive to build heating projects. It's very feasible.
Okay, and this also justifies the investment in some kind of way, the large investment that you go through the project.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, of course, on the heat sale agreement. So the heat sale agreement has to cover the installation cost. So if the prices are lower, we need a longer heat sale agreement. And usually we are able to fund the project with low or let's say cheap capital. So we can easily extend the period when this is paid back. But after the payback period, then the operation or the fees can go very much lower, very much lower. So no one can compete with geothermal energy after the installation.
Is there any other question from the audience? May I ask one question?
Yeah.
We've seen from all around the world the development of a number of regional de-risking mechanisms from development partners. For example, the Geothermal Risk Mitigation Facility in Eastern Africa. We've seen, for example, the Geothermal Development Facility in Latin America. And at national level, we discussed earlier, we see, for example, in the Netherlands, in France, in Denmark, the uptake of risk insurance schemes, where the public sector also has its stake to make geothermal development more, say, easier and to share some part of the risks. However, with the exception of these countries, if we see these large regional schemes are only focusing on the power sector. And my question is, how do you see, for example, the development of similar schemes in certain regions of the world, and how these can possibly help geothermal development around the world?
Well, I think so. Heating is very much different from power, and I think the core issue is the distribution networks, and to have access to a secure off-taker. That's how you help the geothermal energy. But having drilled almost 600 wells, then it's pretty predictable what will be the outcome. So if you drill 10 wells, you can pretty much be sure that 8 of them are very good. So the risk is covered usually in the scale of the project. If I understand your question correctly.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for your contribution. Please join. Yes, we have a question from Mr. Miklos Antiks.
Yeah, I'm Eirikur Bragason. I'm the president of the project. I would like to know how do you have access to the offset wells when you are planning your project?
Yeah.
As we know in Panonian Basin, there are many wells drilled by your company. Do you easily have access to these data, your well data, in order to de-risk your project?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So in Hungary, the results of drilling are all stored in a central database. So you have access to the data from 4,600 wells in Hungary. And this lowers a lot the risk because we know pretty sure where is best to drill. That is not the case in Serbia, where data is not available to private companies.
Any last question? So thank you very much for your great contribution. Please join me to thank you. So we will have a short coffee break.